Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. Today we are doing our remaining interviews of the cast members of Ventures is Mine. My name is Dara. I am here with Dontre Hill, who plays Max Cross on the show Ventures is Mine. Um, Ventures is Mine actually dropped yesterday on YouTube exclusively at 8 a.m. And the views and the reception, the feedback from audience members and subscribers has been wonderful. Dontre, how are you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling good. How's everybody?
We're good. So what do you think how do you think everyone is receiving the show right now?
They really loving it. They is really loving it. I sent some out to family, friends, and they already ready for season two.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that unfolds in the first season as you watch the episodes and you learn a lot. Tell me a little bit about your character.
Um, my character is Max Cross. I'm a preacher's kid. You know, my brother was in the military. Went to the military straight out of high school for like 10 years. And never seen him until he came back. Never heard from him like that for real, for real. Maybe every once in a while. But other than that, it was just me, my sister, mom, and dad.
Okay. And like with him, when he comes back, how is Max actually feeling towards Benji, his brother?
He really not feeling it for real. It's like he ain't really got no brother for real, for real. He just like whatever.
So it's like they drifted apart.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, sometimes and this happens in everyday life when people go off to the military, they're leaving their loved ones, and at times, you know, they're really that close relationship. I don't know, starts to spread apart. They grow apart, or they may feel a little what is the word? Resentful. And I mean, would you say Max's character has a lot of resentment towards Benji because he left to go to the military?
Yes, because he really looked up to his brother. Being that he was the oldest and he was the youngest.
Okay. And then as soon as Benji comes home, tragedy strikes, right?
Tragic, very tragic.
Right. But what is it that Benji doesn't know that Max is involved in that's caused Max's death?
All type of street nonsense. Got caught up in the street, counterfeit money, just guns, drugs, the
Mhm.
whole nine.
Right. How did you get this part?
Uh, it was like a. Uh, how can I explain? Yeah, yeah. At first, I was the original Benji,
Mm-hmm.
but I had work things to do, and I was working out of town, so being that they was filming and stuff like that, I just couldn't do it.
Right.
And she needed a Max, and by the time the Benji filming and everything was going on, I was back. So I said, "Hey, I do Max." I was kind of nervous. I really ain't want to do Benji or Max, but
Mm-hmm.
I
Who
just,
did you who did you want to play?
to be honest, I ain't want to play neither one.
You said you weren't going to
I
play
ain't,
on
I ain't even
camera.
do it. I was like, I'm camera shy.
I can understand that. Yeah, I can understand being camera shy at that. So so this is your first time acting, right?
First time.
First time acting. How did you prepare? What were the challenges in your role, and then what were the challenges on set?
The challenges in my role was trying to act out that high school, trying to get everything together as far as like emotions and stuff like that, especially in scene one and season one, episode one. I'm sorry.
Okay. What do you think like your cast members like helped you in any did any of your cast members help you in any way as far as preparing for the role or working on set?
Yeah, they definitely motivated me to,
Mhm. Like
get
motivate you in what ways?
as far as like, like you got it, it's good, I kept doubting myself the whole time, like I don't know if I did this right, I did that right, but it was pushing me in and we got it done. Everything was good. It was kind of fun. It was fun actually.
Mhm.
After it started getting fun and start engaging more. We was helping each other with their own scenes and stuff like that, looking from the outside, looking in. So it was real fun, real cool.
Was there a scene that was difficulty for not difficulty, but was there a scene that was difficult for you to shoot? I mean, I know like your character passes away in the beginning and then tells the story at the end, but was there a scene that was difficult for you to shoot?
Yeah, first,
Go ahead. Hold
yeah,
on. Go, keep talking. Go ahead.
the very first scene, the
Okay.
death. That was about the hardest one.
Okay. That was about the heart. That was when he gets killed.
Yes.
And so like what okay, and it looked so real. Watching the first episode where he gets shot and I'm sitting here like they made some good fake blood. It looked like strawberry syrup to me. But what, type of effects did you guys use to make it look so authentic?
Uh, Fake blood. That was
Fake blood. Okay, we had a jug of fake blood. Okay. And who was your favorite actor to work with?
favorite one. I didn't really have a lot of scenes with everybody, so I would really say everybody, all three, well, all four, everybody, well, everybody, yeah, everybody.
So who is all four?
You got, I got a scene with Chauncey, Max. I mean, I said Max, Crank, Eve, and Benji.
Okay, but did you have a scene with your mom and dad too? With the people that played with the actors that played your.
Well, yeah, her too. That was the only one. I didn't have a scene with my dad though.
You did not have. Okay, so there's no interaction between Max and Pastor Cross at all whatsoever.
No.
Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and show a clip of you in action. This is Dontre Hill playing Maxwell Cross on Vengeance is Mine. Hold on.
I'm trying to tell you that Benji don't care about us. It's just that simple.
Yes, he does, baby. He may be having a hard time adjusting to military life, that's all.
Justin to the military life. It's been 5 years. He hasn't came, called, sent a postcard, or even sent money. Man, fuck him.
Wow. So in that scene, basically Max is getting ready, is asking his mom for dues to pay for his senior class dues. He's getting ready to graduate from high school, right?
Yes.
So unfortunately, his demise, he wasn't able to graduate from high school, right?
No. Unfortunately, no.
Okay. How is it working with Shatoya?
It was great.
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely great. It was different. It was my first time being on a behind the scenes or in the scenes or even just helping around doing anything. So it was good. It was different.
It was
Definitely.
different, right? So this takes place in our home state of Virginia. How do you feel to be able to act out a story that's taking place in our home state?
It feels good. It feels amazing for real. It feels very amazing.
Are you hoping to be able to tell a little bit more stories, or do a little bit more movies, any more acting?
Yeah, hopefully. So I didn't got out of the little stage fright a little bit,
Mm.
so So now to be better. So yeah, definitely ready for more movies, TV shows, anything.
Do you think in season two we will see any type of reflections of Maxwell Cross?
Mm, maybe, maybe, maybe. It's a, yeah, maybe.
Okay. So you say you like all of your actors that you had scenes with, but if you could pick one, who like one, who would it be that really stood out in the cast and why?
Um,
Don't worry if they get mad at you. It's just the interview.
I'm just thinking because I mean I like working with everybody, so
Right.
I can't really put just a specific person really.
Mhm.
Everybody was fun to work with, what I'm saying, the different scenes. So
Got you. Now, the production team is an all-female crew. What were your thoughts on that?
mm, I mean it's fine with me. I ain't really had no problem with it.
Mm-hmm.
Everything cool. I mean I don't mind taking orders from a female in production. It's not a problem.
Do you feel they took care of you? They took care of the cast?
Oh yeah, of course. They definitely made sure everybody was doing everything they were supposed to do, helping them out if they were struggling in different scenes and stuff like that. So they definitely helped out.
Okay. Now I may have asked this. I know I asked this question earlier, but I'm gonna ask it again. So your scenes were pretty short because your role pretty much ends in the beginning, but we learned the story between episode 5 and 6, right? How
Yes.
long were those shooting scenes?
Um, maybe like a couple hours a piece. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
piece.
Were there a lot of takes, a lot of redos?
No, not really because we already had like table reads and stuff like that. So during the table reads, sometimes we act out on how we going to approach, or before we even start filming, we already know how we going to approach the scene.
Okay. Would you say the table reads was a good tool to help you prepare for this role?
Yes, yes. That way you can interact with the person instead of just reading it by yourself. It gets sometimes it get boring just doing it like that.
Okay. And if you were to like, do you think any real life experiences may have helped you prepare for this role? Like anything in your life that may have taken place may have helped you prepare for the role of Max.
Yeah, especially in scene one.
Mm-hmm.
My cousin died in 2018. So uh in that scene I was, thinking about him a whole lot. So, that's what helped me get my emotions and get my facial expressions and everything right for that scene.
So those scenes so it pretty much hit close to home because you're relating to the story in a way. At the same time, you're relating to the story in a way. At the same time, you're pouring out your soul to basically act out a role.
Yes.
Okay. So was that in any way difficult at all?
Yeah, kind of sorta, because that's a real like tragic moment. So it's like
Mm-hmm. The what was I getting ready to say? I lost my train of thought that quick. So, because a lot of actors, they use tragedy and pain and stuff from real life experiences when acting out scenes or when reviewing for roles. Now, are there any, has anyone approached you for any other roles? Or any other scripts that Shatoya may be working on that we don't know about, other than season two, that you may have read over for you, that in which any characters catch your eye?
uh I can't really give y'all a little teaser like that if she does have me in
Okay.
anything. But hopefully season two. I mean, I haven't had anybody, come to me. Obviously this is my first time acting, but
Okay. Well, I will say you did an outstanding job playing Max.
thank you.
The show is now on YouTube, so I've watched the episodes. Now near the end, and I probably have to figure it out. But it's like you wake up like you woke up from a dream, but you're shot. Can you explain that to me? Because I didn't catch on to it, and maybe some of the viewers may have not caught on to it, or do they have to watch the show and figure it out?
They have to watch the show and figure it out.
Okay, okay,
It'll put it all together from 1 through 6. It'll put it all together.
okay, okay. So I'm about to go on to YouTube on my phone. We're gonna look at some views. We'll look at the view amounts. Last night, I mean, this just dropped yesterday, so the views, the amount of views that the show has had so far are great within the last 24 hours. It was a little over 1,037 last night. Um, the episode in which Benji comes home has 347 views. And the other views are growing. So hopefully, what are you hoping? We're gonna claim 1 million views, by the end of the week. It's a it's a steep goal, but guess what? It's still possible, because it's a story that everyone can relate to. What are your thoughts on that?
On 1 million views, yeah, I would definitely love. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, so like, share, and subscribe. It looks like you guys are now at 2,400 views combined since the show has dropped last night. So everyone's gonna keep watching throughout the day. It's Martin Luther King weekend. So, if you're at home and you're not doing anything, make
Just
sure you guys get on YouTube.
kick your feet up and go ahead and watch some episodes.
Yep. Go on. What so has your like any of your family members like said anything about your acting?
Yeah, I got a few cousins that be calling me. They've been calling me for like the past 6 months, asking me when they was gonna see me on TV. When they was gonna see me on TV. So, I told them, and they was excited. They called me about 10 times last night. Probably every episode.
I believe it. I mean, anticipation has been high since the show was announced. It's not a lot. You don't hear every day. If you hear it, it's usually in certain circles about a casting call in Virginia, especially in Hampton, in Newport News. Sometimes when you see things about casting calls, they make you a little bit skeptical. Shatoya's was very real. You guys are already in the process. She and the other her production team are now in the process of casting for season two, which will hopefully start shooting sometime in April. So this is probably the realest I've ever seen, other than other productions that I have been aware I've known about. Um, so I mean, it's exciting. What are you hoping for going forward at this point? I know I asked that, but I mean, if you could just elaborate a little bit more, like what do you hope the audience gets out of this story? Yeah, what do you hope the audience what are you expecting the audience to get out this story, or what do you want them to pull from the story? Because I pulled a lot of things from the overall story, but what do you hope? What are some things that point stands out in the story?
Um, hmm, that's a good one. I hope everybody likes the series, but what you can pull from it is, I mean, always, regardless of how far you are, you know what I'm saying, as far as distance with family,
Mm-hmm.
sure that y'all keep in contact. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know what's going on the other end. They might just need a phone call. You know what I'm saying? Just to say, hey, you know what I'm saying? Just calling to check up on you. You know what I'm saying? That means a lot to a person. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people mind bag, going through. You know what I'm saying? Just mental things. Period. So.
Okay. Tell us, we're gonna talk a little bit more about your character now, okay? So tell us about your relationship with the character Eve.
Well, she was my brother's ex-girlfriend. So, we probably been around each other for a long time, you know what I'm saying? During that little high school time when he was in high school. So I knew her for a while, she was the local gun dealer, so I knew who to go to.
Mm-hmm. How does Max's dealings with her make it difficult for other young men who may be in the same position as Max?
What you mean? Like,
Um, like how? Let me think. I'm reading the question. Hold on. So how does like what he does and what winds up happening to him, does it make it difficult for other men that are in your position to be able to do the same thing that Max tried to do? Because basically he paid her back in counterfeit money, right?
yeah.
Okay. And so if there was another young man that was in that same position and thought that that was the way out, how do you think going forward that would have been difficult for the next person?
It's not. I mean, y'all obviously see what happened in the, you know what I'm saying, in the first episode. So, you know what I'm saying, sometimes people, you know what I'm saying, they take it to another level, and that's not, you know what I'm saying, some things that I would want to happen to somebody, you know what I'm saying, further on in the future.
And we see he wants better for his family and makes a decision to take matters in his own hands. Do you think that was a wise decision for him to make?
I would say yes and no. Yes, being that, you know what I'm saying, he wanted better for his family, but the route that he took, I would say, was the wrong route, you know what I'm saying? But it was the easiest route. So, that's the first thing that people's gonna hop on, is the easiest. So
Mm-hmm. Let me tell you some topics that I kind of pulled out um, from this episode, the first episode. All right, so your character got killed in the beginning,
mhm.
and it's probably a conversation nobody has with anyone, and it's one of the most uncomfortable conversations. There's a scene where where Max's life insurance was not enough to cover his expenses. Okay, and we all and everybody, there's not anyone that we know that does not have insurance, and then you'd be surprised at the type of person that you think has it together that does not have insurance to make sure he has that protection for the family. And as a result of I guess the decisions his parents made with using that life insurance policy, which I think was a whole life policy because they were able to borrow against it, they wound up having to say, "Hey, Benji, you got to get a job." Do you see that happen in everyday life?
Yes, yes. A lot of unexpected, you know what I'm saying, things and events occur, you know what I'm saying, around the world, and you know what I'm saying, some people are just not set up for, you know what I'm saying, have their life insurance, everything set up in order, you know what I'm saying, during a lifetime. So
Another thing that we notice is mental health. Um, Max's character, I mean, Max's brother was in the Marines. He fought in the war. He comes home. He has PTSD. He has these dreams, and one of his little dream, one not his little dreams, but one of his visions he has is um with Benji. How important do you think how important do you think it is to talk about mental health and post traumatic stress disorder especially in this society now.
That's definitely a major issue. Actually, my grandfather just passed last week
Mm-hmm.
from health issues, so it's definitely severe. You know what I'm saying? Especially military. You know what I'm saying? Going through war. You know what I'm saying? Seeing the things that they see. You know what I'm saying? And having to do the things that they do. You know what I'm saying? Is a lot. You know what I'm saying? Just for this country alone. So for a person just to take all that in at one time is just a lot.
Right. Um, and it's that, and then my third thing, because I mean, there's three things I pulled out. I mean, I don't know like what the audience has pulled out. Um, the one I talked about last week was you never know when the enemy is around, and
Mhm.
that portrayed in the first scene of the show. Because at that party, you have crank soldiers, you have Eve, and
Mhm.
then you have the rest of the town. Unless it was a party that the whole city was invited to welcome Benji home. So it seems like this family, the Cross family, is a very known family in the show. Would you agree?
Yes, you know what I'm saying? They had the local church, so everybody grew up in the church, you know what I'm saying, as a young age, you know what I'm saying? And Eve, you know what I'm saying? So
Okay. The only person we really don't see is Crank in the house, but we see all the other characters together in that show. I mean, in that one particular scene, um, which I like. But that was one of the things I pulled. Like, you never know when the enemy is around. Be careful of your surroundings and stuff like that.
yeah,
So
definitely.
those are messages I get. Watch who's around you. You know, focus on your mental health and make sure your life insurance is in order. So, I mean, and as adults, I mean, especially when you're in your 20s and 30s, I mean, I'm in my 40s, it's very important to make sure your business is in order. Now, you have your own business outside of Ventures is Mine. Tell us about that.
Yes, Pressure Finessa. Oh, gotta go this way. Pressure Finessa, you know what I'm saying? Mobile detailing services, you know what I'm saying? I kept all the cars clean and, you know what I'm saying, up to par for the scenes.
Hmm. But you also pressure wash properties and all that too, right?
Yes, houses, concrete, trash cans, you name it. I got you.
So if you need some lines acted out in your car detail, hit up Don Trey.
Do it all in one.
Yeah, so I mean, um, so again, Vengeance is Mine is on YouTube. So let me show you guys the movie marquee. I mean, I took the logo out. I messed up. There it is. So it's starring Stephen Jackson, Ray Myers are the starring characters of the show. Dontre Hill plays Max. You got Tia Lindsay, Rick Brown, Mary Jane. I'm getting ready to say this name is Latarius Kai Brown. And then you have some other local actors that are in the show. The show is written, directed, created, and produced by Shatoya Nicole. Um, they all did an outstanding job, and I applaud all of you. Is there anything else you want to say?
Um, no, not really. You know what I'm saying? Everybody keep watching. You know what I'm saying? Season 2 will be coming soon. You know what I'm saying? If you want to act, if you want to be an extra, you don't want to say no lines or anything. You just want to be behind the scenes and you know what I'm saying? Just want to be in the mix. Please email on the. I think it's on the YouTube or it's on Facebook, but email. You know what I'm saying? Send everything in and can go from there.
Great. Also, you guys, I am still drawing for this Twisted Crab gift card. All you have to do is go subscribe to the Vengeance is Mine YouTube page. You can also subscribe to my YouTube page, but let's go ahead and subscribe to the Vengeance is Mine YouTube page. This interview is live streamed on YouTube and Facebook right now. So if you see it on your Facebook feed and you want to enter to win this gift card, I don't know who don't like seafood boils, but go ahead and comment the word win. Once you have subscribed to the page, we will verify those subscribers through the pages, through the Vengeance is Mine page before we pick a winner. Hopefully that winner will be drawn by tomorrow. So thank you. Thank you, Dante, so much for interviewing with me, taking the time to interview with me this morning. I really appreciate you. You did amazing in your role, and
Thank
I
you.
hope everyone really takes the time to watch Vengeance is Mine on YouTube this weekend.
Yes, please, please, please.
So we're gonna go ahead and end the live. I want you to stay in here, okay?
All right.
All right.